Mantras. Hi friends, welcome to Malaology. I am Teresa, owner of Malaology, Ascension Guide and Priestess, here to share fun and easy ways to use your mala and mantra to make a better life. So we're going to do Monday mala mantras. I'm challenging myself to do a different one every Monday, and we're going to start with the most important one, the one that you should start with, the very foundation of your mala practice, in my opinion. Just to clarify, I am not a Hindu. Clearly, I'm not a religious person at all. But I have made contact with my higher self on many, many levels. And I've made contact with the spirit world on many, many levels my whole life, as you probably have as well, right? So the spirit of Lord Ganesha is a Hindu deva, but also I see Lord Ganesha as a very, very personal and loving guide that we can all make contact with. And I've had a very, very close relationship with Lord Ganesha for many years, and I want to share that with you. So you, again, do not need to be Hindu. You don't have to be particularly devoted in any way. You just need to have an open mind in this, all right? You don't need a mala. You don't even need a mala. You can do your mantra practice with nothing between your fingers. You can speak it out loud, you can sing it, you can whisper it, or you can just think your mantra. There are no rules for mala mantra practice or for mantra practice. The reason that I say we start with Lord Ganesha is because Ganesha has shown himself to me to be the very foundation of mantra practice or mala mantra practice. And I'm only going to just scratch the surface on why. And I encourage you to research Ganesha with Google or however you may. Just meditate on Lord Ganesha and let Lord Ganesha show himself to you or itself to you from within, because Ganesha resides within. So Ganesha is normally depicted in the image of an elephant, a nice, chubby, jovial elephant body. And the nickname for Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. Now, that's one of many nicknames, but this kind of image of Ganesha is a huge clue. And it led me down a path toward greater and greater discovery of the energy that Ganesha is. And Ganesha is an energy. So Ganesha is considered the remover of obstacles, and it's really large and jovial, and it's a blessing. Ganesha blesses you. The planet Jupiter is considered the remover of obstacles. If you consider Jupiter sweeps debris out of the solar system and protects us from, flying objects in space. Jupiter is huge, right? It's known as a ginormous planet. It was almost a second sun. And it is the greater benefic of the planet. So it blesses us just like Lord Ganesha does. There are a lot of correlations with Jupiter and Ganesha, but also I see Ganesha as Virgo. If you look at an elephant from the side, and a lot of the ancient images of elephants, you see the 4 feet like this. The elephant from the side actually looks like 2 legs here. And then the little head and a trunk that goes up like this. It's exactly the Virgo symbol, an M with a trunk that goes up like this. So I see, and perhaps maybe that's why I've had a closer and closer relationship with Lord Ganesha, is I have Jupiter conjunct my sun in Virgo in the 9th house of the higher mind. So I've just made contact with this energy that is accessible to us all. And I really want to share this with you. Ganesha will bless you in countless ways. You can't even count the blessings that Ganesha is waiting to give you. And it's not even just about being blessed, really. It's about making contact with the higher octave of the spirit realm that permeates your world and your life, your specific experience, your matrix, And Lord Ganesha is just always there, ever present. If you cut the human brain a specific way, then you will see literally the image of Ganesha in your brain. The brainstem, the pons, Just Google that too. Please do. I want you to see the image of Lord Ganesha in your brain. Understand there is a part of your wisdom, a part of your intellect, a part of your ability to move forward, find blessings, and remove your own obstacles, because Lord Ganesha, or the spirit of this energy, is a part of you. And this is what we are connecting to. This is what we are conjuring as we speak our mantra. So that's just scratching the surface, like I said. But I can tell you that the spirit of Ganesha, if you're here with me now, then the spirit of Ganesha wants to make contact with you and wants to bring blessings into your life. And that's why I'm here. And I consider myself a priestess, because I'm connecting you with this energy. If you're already connected with Lord Ganesha, that's wonderful. Another reason I'm here is so that we can do Mala Mantra together. You know, Jesus, and again, not a religious person, but said, where two or more are gathered in my name, I'm there. We make contact with our higher selves and with the universal mind when we do things together. We can always do it ourselves. I am the chief amongst all hermits, right? I am the chief amongst all hermits. I am a solo practitioner for the last 40 years easily. So it's, you know, maybe not easy for me to come out right now, you know, but I'm coming out because I feel compelled to share my mantra with you and to share your mantra with me. We can bless each other. It's time for us to blossom into something more, right? So let's do this Ganesha mantra together. We'll do 108 repetitions, because that's the traditional 108. There's a lot of magic in 108. I'll get into that another time. But just if you have a pocket mala, a 27 bead mala, also known as a quarter mala, that's great. That's what I'm going to be using. It's easier to use for holding up for you to see. And then we just turn it around, and then we go the other way around, and we'll do that 4 times to get a full 108 mantras. All right. So get your mala together. Get your heart centered. Get your breath steady. Let your waters be clear and glossy, like black glass. Still your waters, still your mind, open your heart. And these are the words of the Ganesha mantra that I'll be sharing today. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. It means, basically, I recognize and I call forth the energy of Lord Ganesha, or I recognize and conjure the energy of the remover of obstacles. So, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We don't need to say it slow. We don't need to say it too fast. Just say it at a normal pace. All right? You don't need to breathe a special way. What we're doing when we repeat our mantras is our brain is literally sending out waves out into the universe, but also into the innerverse, okay? And it's just resonating with the very energy of Lord Ganesha so that we can personify that energy in our life. We don't just honor that energy, right? Because we're not here to worship. That's not why we're here. We're here to unfold and evolve the great source, the great creator, into an ever more unfolding, ever more complex, ever more powerful, beautiful, loving, glorious expression of the all. So we are conjuring this energy in our brain so we can send these waves out, these blessings out to ourselves and to the universe, laying the foundation of further mala practice, which we'll continue to do, right? This is the first. Also, I should mention, if you're using a 27 bead mala, you'll go all the way around, right? And if you're not comfortable turning it around, I'll just give you a quick tutorial. See, you just put your hand basically inside out. Here your fingers are inside the mala. Here your thumb is inside the mala. So turn it inside out, stick your fingers back in, your thumb back out, and then go back this way around, right? When you get all the way around this way, thumb is inside the mala, change it with your fingers, and go back around this way. When we reach 27 beads, I'll let you know that we're a quarter of the way through, half the way through, 3/4 of the way through. All right, so I'll talk you through it. We don't cross the guru bead in the tassel because we still have a way to go. We are not the guru. That's the guru bead. That's the goal. That's the a way that we honor our higher self and recognize that we're not there yet. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing the practice. Okay. There's more to that, but I'll get into that another time. All right, here we go, guys. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. 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 That's 27, quarter of the way there. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. 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 We're halfway there, that's 54. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. 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 Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We are 3/4 of the way, that's 81. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 That's one away, give or take. I've been known to skip one or to repeat one. It's okay. It's okay. I forgive myself. And I love you. Thank you for joining me for this Mala mantra. Come back each day this week and just repeat it, okay? I'll leave a timestamp when we begin the Mala mantra, and just follow along and repeat it each day, and let me know how this blesses you. Let me know how this leaves you feeling. It doesn't take me 27 mantras before I am overwhelmed with love and gratitude. That is one of the chief blessings of Lord Ganesha, is just what it does to your own energy and your own spirit. So, Mala blessings, love and light. See you next time.